Taped from New Jersey, it's the SNL Nerds, a show where two comics from New Jersey nerd out about Saturday Night Live. I'm your co-host, John Trumbull.
And I'm your co-host, Darren Patterson.
Hello, Darren Patterson.
Hello, sir. How's the summer treating you, sir? The hotness that is the summer on the East Coast.
It is very hot. It is very warm. I just came in, from going up to see this week's movie a little while ago. I'm still like hot and sweaty. It's like 80 something degrees out here where I am, and not good. Not fun.
Yeah, it's a problem with me too. Like you might be like me where I sweat very easily. Like the moment it's like a few degrees too off, I'm like I turn into a big old blubbery mess. I feel like I need to be like encased in like a suit, like Mr. Freeze in the Batman. Like to me, that's the life. To be just like, just being like in a suit with a glass casing over my head and just constant AC cooling down my body. He's living the life. That guy. He got it figured out.
Yeah, and also I have to be careful because I'm a very pale individual, as you might have noticed.
I didn't want to say anything.
I burn very easily, so I don't know if that's. Do you have a problem with that? Do you burn very easily out in the sun? Do you have to be careful with the sun and slather yourself in sunscreen if you're spending more than 5 minutes outside?
Not really. Like, I mean, I slather some sunscreen on me regardless because I gotta.
That was mostly for like YouTube videos, though.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Your OnlyFans.
Yes, my only. That's right. For the low price of $50, you can see me slather lotion all over this smooth ebony skin of mine.
Right.
So I don't have an OnlyFans, people. I'm just joking. These are jokes. We're riffing here. We're riffing. I don't want to disappoint
you. OnlyFans, people.
Hey, Ixnay.
You just have to search harder for it. It's very reasonably priced.
Yes. I go under a different name.
Mm-hmm.
I go under the name of Julio Flamenте
Gonzalez, which I thought was in questionable taste.
Hey man, I gotta give some showing off my Latino side. So
okay, yeah,
Arriba.
Anywho.
The Naked Gun. We
saw the new Naked Gun movie this week. It's not really a remake. It's like a reboot or a revival of the series. With SNL's Akiva Schaffer of The Lonely Island as the director and co-writer, and Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr. and Pamela Anderson as Beth Davenport, his love interest, in it. And
it's been a minute since like a spoof movie has come out. I've noticed. Like, I mean, they used to kind of be a bigger deal, in the 80s and 90s. Of course, the grandfather of it all, the Airplane, the one that kind of gave birth to this. And then they had the Police Squad, the Naked Gun movies. What else do we have? I would say maybe Hot Shots.
That's all the Zucker Abrams Zucker stuff. And then there was a lot of movies that, and Leslie Nielsen did a lot of these. He did spoof movies that weren't necessarily done by the Zuckers and Jim Abrams.
Yeah.
I know he did Wrongfully Accused. It was a parody of The Fugitive, and he did Dracula Dead and Loving It with Mel Brooks.
I mean, I think that's the thing. Oh, of course, the Mel Brooks movies, the original spoof. You have your Blazing Saddles, your Young Frankenstein, your Spaceballs, of course. But I did notice that, I guess it was around the 90s where the quality did start to dip a bit, where it felt like anybody thought they can do a spoof movie, and it didn't.
And we had that bad rash of spoof movies like Scary Movie and Epic Movie and Superhero Movie and Not Another Teen Movie, and most of them weren't very good. Yeah,
there was just a lot of kind of, they really leaned on the crass in those spoofs, as far as I recall.
I'm not a person. I'm not terribly amused by bodily functions.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find most of those jokes really obvious. So
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Highbrow here. Oh, la di
yes.
da.
Oh, excuse me. I just dropped my monocle. Oh yes. Yeah.
I prefer the humorous I prefer the amusings and humorous tales you can read in the New Yorker. Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes. Did you read the new Colliers this month?
Oh,
Yeah.
quite.
Yeah. Indubitably.
But yeah, like all of those spoofs just kind of killed the franchise for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the most recent ones I can think of before this is maybe there was Black Dynamite, which is the movie I think is super underrated. I loved. I really thought that was hilarious.
I've
And
never seen that one. I know that
mm,
has what's his face from the Spawn movies, and
Michael Jai White, yeah,
thank you, and it's a spoof of like the blaxploitation movies of the
yeah,
'70s.
yeah. It's even
So,
shot like it too. So like if you're
mm-hmm.
watching it, you could think it's an actual black exploitation film, and then like the jokes come in, then you're like, oh wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Oh, this is a spoof. And then they also tried to bring it back with I don't know if you remember Angie Tribeca. They tried to bring it back
I
with that for
loved
a while.
Angie Tribeca. I enjoyed Angie Tribeca very much with
It's really good, yeah.
Rashida
Like
Jones. Yeah,
yeah, folks, if you haven't watched it, I would go check it out. It's on HBO Max now,
HBO
and
Max. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's basically updated Police Squad. It's like
Mm-hmm.
It's like them making fun of CSI shows
Mm-hmm.
in a Police Squad type of tone with Rashida Jones in the lead.
Yeah.
I believe the show was produced by I want to say Steve Carell and his wife Nancy Walls, former SNL
Yes.
alum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's a solid show. Like I'm sorry it didn't take off, but check it out.
I mean, it ran at least a couple seasons, if not three. And yeah, I think it holds up very well. I actually revisited some episodes of that just a few months ago. I just had like the urge to watch something late at night, and that fit the
Ooh,
bill. So I may go
nice.
back and watch some more episodes now. Yeah.
Okay. So, but yeah, so like those are the most recent spoofs we've had, and now we're back here with the one of the OGs that started it off. All we have
Mm-hmm.
The Naked Gun, directed, like I said, by Kiva Schaffer, 1/3 of The Lonely Island. He directed Hot Rod, co-directed Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping, and he also directed the last thing he directed was the Chippendales Rescue Rangers film, which was written by Dan Greger and
Mm-hmm.
Doug Mand, who were the same two people that wrote this film.
And I know Dan Greger because he's married to Rachel Bloom from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and he
Yes.
was a writer on that show as well. So I'm familiar with his work.
Yeah. Uh,
The other fellow I don't know.
yeah. Well, the two of them also wrote Doolittle, the Robert Downey Jr. film about Dr. Doolittle,
Didn't
and
see it.
yeah, me neither. I think that one
Yeah.
kind of yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm. Yeah. I think he also wrote on How I Met Your Mother as well, and
Yes, they did. Yeah, yeah.
and
So, which is a show I was a fan of. So,
NTSF SDSUV, which was like a
heard of
was
it, haven't watched it.
yeah, it's just basically like it was a show on Adult Swim, which is
Mm-hmm.
them making fun of SVU shows.
Yeah, or
But
CSI, all those initial shows,
yeah,
NCIS. Yeah.
right, right. It has like Paul Shear in it, and June Diane Raphael, and
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca.
Like both of them.
Yeah, Rob Riggle's in it. Who else
Mm-hmm.
is in it? Karen Gillian, Martin Starr, Rebecca Romaine. I remember it
Great
being pretty.
cast.
I
Yeah,
remember it being pretty funny. It's only lasted 3 seasons, but I remember it. Getting some chuckles out of it.
I need to check that one out.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Giving you recommendations. It's a beautiful thing.
So yeah, so I mean, so we went out to the theater to see this. We went, on our own individual things because we have our own lives. We're
That's
not
right.
we're not like joined at the hip or anything.
We're
Um,
anymore.
well, no, I mean, yeah, we did have that thing, but we're not talking about that episode. So
I mean, overall, like, well, just general thoughts. I guess first of all, what were you expecting from this film? Did it meet your expectations? What did you think of it?
I thought the trailers were pretty good. I was like, okay, this could be funny, and then I saw a clip where it was a dialogue scene between Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, where they were doing the back and forth they were doing was kind of a spoof from Double Indemnity, which I
Ooh,
was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And it actually, just by sheer coincidence, I just rewatched Double Indemnity last night.
Oh.
Um, and so I was like, okay, this could be funny if they do it right. I was kind of mixed on the film overall, though.
Um.
I just thought like, oh, it's so, but it wasn't quite as funny as I was hoping for.
Um.
But I think this style of humor is a very tough one to get right. You know.
It is. It's hard to nail the tone down right. I liked it, but yeah, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
love it, but I thought it was
Yeah,
good. I mean, one thing that surprised me was like it's not really that super raunchy. This film actually, it's almost kind of kid friendly. Like there's not a lot of cursing in it.
that's true.
It's not bloody or gory really.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as sex goes, there's that that one scene with the dog, which we'll talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's kind of clean. This movie, it's like a lot of dad jokes, a lot of a few innuendos here and there, and whatnot. But for the most part, it's not like a crass film, which that kind of
That's
surprised me.
true. Yeah, that's true. Especially because like one of the producers on this was Seth MacFarlane, and I'm sure he
Mm,
threw in a gag here and there. Um, and Liam Neeson has worked with Seth MacFarlane a few times in the past. He was in Ted 2 and A Million Ways to Die in the West.
right,
And I think he guest starred on Family Guy or something at some point.
sounds about right.
And I think Liam Neeson is like genius casting for this because for the last 20 odd years, Liam Neeson has been mostly an action star. He had this kind of late career resurgence after he did Taken, and that was kind of an unexpected hit. And he's become like this big action star. And I think the secret of this this Zaz style comedy is you play it completely straight. You play it seriously,
Right.
and I think this is something like even the original Naked Gun movies got away from a little bit. Is
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I think it's the funniest if nobody in the movie reacts to the weird things that are happening. It's just this takes place in a world where that weird shit happens. And in some of the later Naked Gun movies, you'd sometimes see Frank Drebin just doing like double and triple takes, and he'd be like, "Huh?
Huh?
What weird thing just happened?" And it was just like Leslie Nielsen mugging for like 10 seconds after every joke, and that
Yeah.
to me just kind of killed a lot of the humor.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
because
no, I
I think
agree.
like Airplane, if you rewatch Airplane, nobody in there ever reacts to like, hey, what's that weird thing that just happened? It's the weird shit just happens, and everybody treats it like it's totally normal. Um,
Yeah. Like I mean I remember when Leslie Nielsen hosted SNL. Like he even
mm-hmm,
talked about it in his monologue where he's like, "Yeah,
yeah,
I'm actually a dramatic actor and
mm-hmm,
they put me in these movies and like somehow it becomes funny. Like I say these kind of unfunny lines in an unfunny way, but somehow they just
yeah,
come out funny." And yeah, that really is the key to, cracking open the whole comedy thing. When
right.
you
Because
uh,
like in the first Airplane, they didn't really cast any comedy actors. I mean, you had Robert Hayes and Julie Haggerty as the leads, but then the rest of the cast was like these old character actors had done mostly serious work, like Leslie Nielsen and Lloyd Bridges and George Kennedy and Kennedy wasn't in the Naked he was in Naked Gun, not Airplane, but Robert Stack and all of them were like straight actors, and it made it all the funnier because you're just seeing these straight, well respected actors doing all these weird things. And like Leslie Nielsen, especially after Naked Gun, he just really steered into the curve, and he did like
yeah.
nothing these from there on. But I mean, he's a good straight actor too. Like check him out in Forbidden Planet. He's very good.
Ooh.
I've seen him in old Columbo episodes,
Oh.
and he's very good in that. And if you can put his later career out of your head enough, um,
Mm,
yeah, he works
yeah.
very well.
Yeah, don't think about the Mr. Magoo movie. Just focus on
That's just
everything
a good
before
rule
that.
for life, I think. Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't think about the Mr. Magoo movie.
don't don't go full Magoo.
Yeah. So this one, I I thought there were some gags that really worked that seemed like very Naked Gun Police Squad type gags.
Yeah.
And then they had other sequences where I was just like, okay, that's more of a Family Guy type of gag,
Ooh.
or a there was a thing towards the end. I was like, this is like something out of an Anchorman movie.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about with the owl.
Yeah, like during the climax when Frank is chasing the lead bad guy. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this is like the end of Anchorman. This doesn't seem like a Naked Gun thing at all. So that bugged me a little bit,
yeah. That's fair enough. I mean, like I think I know what you mean. Like they did this one thing throughout the movie that I did feel was like very Naked Gun, where they'd have like little jokes throughout it, but you'd have to pay attention. Like no one would call attention to it. Like
Mm-hmm.
like you'd see, well, like when they were like the one running gag they have where whenever Ed Jr., Frank Drebin's partner, played by Paul Walter Hauser, whenever they would like walk into a room or they would go on a scene, somebody would hand them a new cup of coffee, even though they had.
I thought that was great. I thought that was like the best running gag in the thing. Yeah.
Like they're constantly drinking coffee no matter where they're at.
Yeah.
There was like little things like and I think there was like a thing where, oh right, when they were in the station, they had like that one door that said cold cases, and you see the door had like those long plastic curtains like they do at a butcher shop, and somebody bringing out but like no one says
when they're going
anything.
into the freezer section. That was very good. I thought that was a very Naked Gun-esque gag. And yeah, I like that. I mean, there were gags I really liked. Was the showing you saw very crowded?
No, I saw it in the early afternoon. What about you?
Yeah, so I went to a matinee earlier today, and this is like at a busy mall, a big multiplex thing, and there was hardly anybody in the theater. There were maybe half a dozen people in the theater,
Yeah.
and maybe it would have seemed funnier to me if I'd seen it with a big crowd of people. So is the movie not doing very well? I have no idea.
I think it's doing all right. I believe what they
Uh-huh.
had let me check. They had a budget of I think 42 mil. Hold on.
Right.
And I think so far it's made like 60.
Okay.
Yeah, $42 million budget. So far it's made 62 million. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's
So
making
I was
money
just
back.
wondering if it like dropped off in a big way or something since it opened.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I think that's a whole bigger conversation about how people aren't going to the movies theaters anymore, and
True. Yeah.
like how people just like have been conditioned just to wait until it comes up
Hmm.
on streaming. People have been talking about that, about like the new Superman movie that we just talked about like a month ago.
Right.
It's on demand now, and like how that kind of cut the
Yeah.
legs.
I was reading
Uh,
like James Gunn said that was partly because the new season of Peacemaker was premiering, and he wanted people to. I don't know. That's what he said. Some people aren't buying it,
yeah, I
but
was like, I guess. I mean, I
yeah.
don't know. Couldn't
But
they
it's
just
weird. But it's weird that some movies are in theaters and then 2 months later they're on streaming. So there isn't much urgency to see stuff in the theaters, especially when the theater experience is kind of going downhill too.
Yeah,
So.
which it's a bummer. I still enjoy. I mean, I feel like somebody who still enjoys jazz music. Like I still love going into the
Mhm.
movie theater and like the movie theater experience. But yeah, it does feel like it's kind of becoming like this old form of media, or this the old,
Yeah.
almost like vaudeville. Like it
Well,
just seems.
it's I still enjoy the experience, but it's become more and more of a crapshoot because some theaters are not good. Lots of people have forgotten how to behave in the
Mm,
theater and will just like chatter throughout the entire movie or go on their phones, and then when something like that happens, you're just like, why the fuck didn't I just stay home and watch something?
yeah.
Um, and also, like, I'm 53 now, so I have to like go pee like every 10 minutes or so. So
That's there.
it's a commitment when I'm going to a theater, and I have to be very careful. I got to get the small soda. I can't if I get that medium or large soda, I'm going to be very uncomfortable by the end of the film.
That's why you bring a catheter when you go to the.
Yeah, and
Come
then
on,
I had to do the whole catheter thing, and it's
come on.
yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
I mean, I had to strap that bag to my
Yeah.
leg on the inside of my pants, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
It's a whole production. Yeah.
Oh, all right, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, like it seemed to be doing well in the theaters, but yeah,
Hmm.
like I don't know. I think people were kind of banking on this sort of bringing back comedy, and I don't quite know if it did that, unfortunately. But I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I mean, there were gags I liked though. Like early in the film, like Frank and Ed are investigating a car crash,
mm,
and we see this car wreck in a quarry, and then after Frank is done casing the scene, he's like, okay, let's get rid of the car, and we see like a giant claw come down to grab the car, and they it looked like they did this for real.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those, claw machines where you're trying to grab the prize, and they grip very loosely, so things slip out easily, and that happens with the car. And I was like, okay, that's really funny, and it's all the funnier because they apparently did that for real. And
nice.
I was impressed with it by that. That was one of my favorite gags in the movie.
Practical effects.
Yeah, and I thought the coffee thing was really funny.
I liked how in the bank heist, the bad guys are stealing this thing called the plot device. It says it right on it.
Yeah, the plot is like an acronym, and I forget what exactly it stood for. But
I think I wrote it down. I have it.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. Oh, primordial law of toughness.
Yeah,
but that goes into the plot. Well, we'll get there, folks. We'll get there.
Yeah. I wasn't too nuts about the bad guy's scheme. Sometimes I was like, this is getting kind of science fictional for a Naked Gun movie.
It is, yeah. I see.
Because the villain's like this big billionaire type. He's like sort of this Elon Musk tech billionaire guy, and he's like driving electric cars all over. And there's a big thing about a self-driving car.
Right. The bad guy is Richard Crane, played by Danny Hudson, who's like he's a big like character actor. You've seen him and stuff for sure. I think he was.
Yeah, I was like trying to place him during the movie. I was like, this guy looks kind of like Ray Wise, but it's not Ray Wise. But I know I've seen him and stuff, and I can't place exactly where I've seen him before.
He was Stryker in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Stryker!
My man, there it is.
Yeah, that's probably where I know him from. I've unfortunately seen X-Men Origins Wolverine. Not a good movie. Oof. Not a very bad movie.
Bad. And he's been in a bunch of other things too.
Bad movie. Like go sit in a corner and think about what you did. Movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie. Now that I think.
Oh, keep it that way. It that way. It's X-Men Origins Wolverine. It had some remarkably bad, unfinished looking special effects with Wolverine's claws. There is a scene in that movie where Wolverine he's like just gotten his adamantium claws, and he's looking at them in the bathroom, and he's like scraping them against each other, and it looks so unfinished. The special effects must have been really rushed for this movie.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that on a clip somewhere, like with somebody was making fun of it because it
was so bad. Like my friend and I, who were seeing it together, we actually turned and looked at each other in disbelief because we could not believe we were seeing effects that bad in a multi-million-dollar movie. It is, and it's bad plot and all that, and not a good film. Not a good. That's a film where they used Deadpool and they sewed up his mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh, I did see that film. Oh shit, that thing was horrible. It had like one of the Black Eyed Peas in it.
That's right. Yeah, Will.i.am was in it. He's playing like this assassin dude. And they have the Blob in it, and they have Gambit in it. It's one of those movies. They're throwing everything against the wall to see what it sticks, and Ryan Reynolds is in it. It's the first time he played Deadpool, a character whose nickname is literally the Merc with a mouth, and they sew up his mouth at the end, and they present a version of Deadpool that is like no version of Deadpool that has ever been in the comics. But that kind of gave Ryan Reynolds the drive to make a good Deadpool movie later, which he was thankfully able to do later. And and he made some good jokes about it in the sequel. So
yes, I remember that. That's the because in one of the movies he actually goes back in time and shoots the old Deadpool in the head.
Right, and he also shoots Ryan Reynolds in the head before he's about to do Green Lantern. It's
again another movie I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever seen Green Lantern, just because I heard so many horrible things about it.
Green Lantern, and we'll get back to Naked Gun eventually, folks. Green Lantern, I think it's not a great movie, but I think it gets more grief than it deserves. It's okay. It's fine.
Passable.
It's not laughably bad like Batman and Robin or something like that.
Okay.
It's just they did a movie that didn't quite work.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. But where were we? Yes, Danny Hudson. He plays the bad guy in this movie, and he was in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Right.
And he was also
Stryker.
Yes, he was also in Children of Men. The underrated Game Night film that we've talked about on this podcast.
Oh, was he one of the bad guys in Game Night?
He says he was in Game Night. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Big
All right.
Eyes.
Well, lifetime pass for being in Game Night.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely.
Folks, check out Game Night.
Oh, if there was only an SNL connection between SNL and Game Night, we would talk about on this podcast.
One day we are just going to like break down, and we are just going to cover Game Night on this podcast. You know what? Our 350th episode is next week. Maybe we should just do Game Night just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look deep and see if I can find the connection. Like maybe one of the grips that worked on SNL.
There's a gaffer. Because like we both seen this movie, we both love this movie. We both talk it up any chance we get. Because like even though I think that did well in the theaters, it still feels underrated. You know,
I would say it's still kind of underrated. Like I mean, people that know about it, but yeah, I don't think the average Joe off the street really is talking about Game Night like that. Like they should be.
Yeah, they should be. They should be. It should be quoted. It should be celebrated. It should be So anyway, Naked Gun. What do you think? What were some of your favorite gags in the movie? How do you think like Liam Neeson did? How do you think Pamela Anderson did?
I think they both did great. There's like a lot of like dialogue, word choices that like a like quick little gags in there that I really like. Like when Frank meets with the bad guy, Richard Kane for the first time. He's like, and the bad guy Richard Kane says, "Oh, Lieutenant Drebin," and then he says, "Hey, me too."
Yeah,
like little things like that. I don't know why that made me like. Or when Frank sees Beth Davenport, Pamela Anderson's character, for the first time, and he does that inner monologue thing. He's like, "Oh, she had her body was built in all the right places: head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah. She had a backside that would make the toilet beg for the brown." Laughed out loud
about that, but yeah, I did like when he's like watching her go after they first meet at the police station. We have like another Frank monologue about how smitten he is with her and how good she looks, and then the camera pulls back and all the other cops are having their own voiceover monologues about how great she looks, and he's like, "Guys, come on." That was cute, and a great joke. I'll give this joke away because it's in the trailers. Where Frank is looking at a photo of his dad, Frank Drebin Sr., on the wall, and a photo of Leslie Nielsen. And then Ed is looking at a photo of George Kennedy. And then they cut to like this young patrolman who's looking at a photo of O.J. Simpson as Norberg. And he just looks at the camera like, nope.
Yeah. I thought they would like kind of do more with that character, but I guess it was just like that one little quick gag. But yeah,
I was reading about this. Like Akiva Schaffer actually commented on that, and he said, "To be honest, we never wrote another OJ joke. We just went, yep, that takes care of that." Schaffer says, "I didn't know that the joke would kill as hard as it did at our first test screening. If I had known that, then maybe I would have written other jokes. But you want to be respectful of everything that revolves around him, so it's not something I really took glee in. We just had to acknowledge it in a way we thought was not dancing on anybody's misfortunes." And I totally get that. Yeah, because, at the end of the day, it's, two brutal murders. So you got to be very careful about how you joke about that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that joke did, like, I think after the first trailer came out, that joke was the thing everybody was kind of talking about.
Yeah.
So...
I wouldn't have minded if they'd had a Nordberg character in there, and and that was a good thing in the first series of movies where the joke was Nordberg kind of always got beat up somehow.
Yeah.
I would have liked if that had been in the film, or if Nordberg had been a presence in the film. But yeah, it's just that one throwaway gag. So maybe if they do a sequel.
Maybe. I mean, I also liked how they gave a lot of nods to the original Naked Guns, like showing the pictures of original Frank Drebin and original Ed. I liked how there was that one scene where Frank goes into that jazz lounge to sort of meet up with Richard Kane, the bad guy, and he walks past a stuffed beaver.
It was a nice beaver, yeah.
Nice beaver. Yeah, of course.
And Priscilla Presley had a cameo.
Yes,
at one point, which I missed. But I saw her name in the closing credits, and I was like, "Oh shit, I missed her," or I didn't recognize her.
It was really briefly. It was at when everybody was at home watching, the balls drop at the big WUFC event. and
Right.
she was one of the people that was just watching it again. It was like literally like a second.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess it was just so fast it didn't register that it was Priscilla Presley to my eyes, or maybe it's just been long enough since I've seen Priscilla Presley I didn't immediately recognize her.
Yeah,
But that's really nice that they gave her a cameo.
yeah, and
Um,
also another cameo is in here. The great Weird Al Yankovic shows up in here, and like
which I didn't
I,
realize he's in the other two
I mean,
original Naked Gun movies. I know he's in the first one,
no,
but
he's
I'm reading on IMDb he's apparently in all three.
yeah. I totally because it's been a while since I've seen those original three, but yeah,
Uh huh.
apparently IMDb says yeah he's in all three of them. Now he's in all four of them. So him and Priscilla Presley are in all four Naked Gun movies.
And they're the only people who can say that.
That's right.
So
They're it.
yeah.
It's just fantastic. Yeah, it's quite a. I don't know. Every time I see Weird Al, like a smile comes on my face. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it just makes you happy to see him.
Weird
And I
Al.
thought they used him well. I thought he had a funny cameo. Did you stay through the closing credits?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I saw the thing at the end, and if you even look in the credits, there's some jokes in the credits too.
which was always a thing that Zaz did in their movies. Yeah.
Mm.
Like at one point they had like Netflix password, and then there's just like a series of letters and numbers.
Yes,
Um,
I did see that. I think
that
at
was
one
very
point.
cute.
Yeah, I think at one point it says like on-set dresser, and then the on-set
Hmm.
dresser's name, and then it said on-set dressing. It said like
Hmm.
ranch Italian, Thousand
Hmm.
Island French. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
see again, like a lot of dad jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I mean they're kind of corny jokes, but you get a kick out of them. You get a nice little chuckle out of them.
Yeah, it was cute. You had to be in the like this right sort of mood or the right frame of mind to see and enjoy this movie. I think
I think so. Yeah, yeah, for
yeah, you
sure.
gotta you can't be like too serious or too hung up on stuff. You just got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
So I think it was fun. It wasn't quite as funny as I was hoping, but it's entertaining enough. I'd say entertainment value. You probably wait for streaming, right?
Uh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, the fact
Yeah,
that it's like super short too. It's like it's almost an hour and a half. So it's like, yeah, you're
yeah.
just kind of in and out. I think that's
I think
why.
that's another thing
Yeah,
about this style of comedy is you can't overstay your welcome with this style of comedy.
yeah. Like I
Yeah,
think they
so
wanted
90
to
minutes
keep
is
it.
just about perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think they wanted to keep it like a nice simple plot, a nice
Hmm.
short little time, just in a nice enjoyable fun time at the movies. You're in, you're out, you got some laughs, you had a good
Right.
time, you forgot your worries for an hour and
Yeah.
change. That's all they really want here.
Yeah, and I thought Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson was very good in it. I think he was very funny, and he played it pretty straight throughout, which as I said is I think how you have to play this style of humor. And Pamela Anderson was very good. She has a scene where they're like undercover in a nightclub, and she gets up on stage and she starts scatting, um,
Yes. Because she has to like
which
distract Richard Kane from
mhm,
from Frank going behind to look at the footage, which
yeah,
because like I don't even know if we mentioned it, but like Beth's brother was the one that got killed early on in the movie, and then they think he has
hmm
something to do with Richard Kane and what he's up to, so
hmm
they want to like look at the footage. So yeah, there is a scene where uh, Pamela Anderson does some scatting, and according to what I saw, like I think she said she even told the director that like in high school she was like in a jazz club or something, and
Yeah,
like
she
she
was. It says here she was in eighth grade jazz band playing saxophone, and she would sing the scat solos. Which, when she told Akiva Schaffer this, he didn't believe her, but that she did it in front of him, and she got the job. So,
yeah. But yeah, I thought that scene was hilarious too because like she's doing like scat, but it then becomes just like kind of goofy, like skibbity bop beep bop boop boop. Just her making
hmm
just
hmm
goofy noises. I think at some point she barks like a dog.
yeah, yeah,
So it's like oh, she's having fun with it. All right, it's pretty hilarious.
yeah. It's kind of cool that the comeback that Pamela Anderson has had in the last few years. I still haven't seen The Last Showgirl, but she was getting really good notices for that. I know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
and
Like yeah, I haven't seen
and
it either,
I
but
think
like I said,
people's like sympathies are really on her side too, because like we've I think in the last few years we've gained greater awareness of like some of the shit that she's gone through and
yeah,
how she was not treated as well as she should have been in by people in the media.
Yeah, I mean the fact that like like a private sex tape of her and her then husband was just kind of shopped around and shared with everybody, and everybody just had a good laugh at it, and
and
like,
people kind of blamed her, as they
of course you
as our
blame
society tends to do.
yes,
So, like
you
blame the woman.
Yes, blame the harlot. It's her problem. Her fault has happened. Don't place no
I
blame
mean,
on
because from what I understand of that, and I did watch that miniseries about that whole thing, which was interesting. It was well done, I thought. But
the one with Sebastian Stan, and
Sebastian Stan and Lily James, who looks eerily like Pamela Anderson in that thing.
For sure.
Yeah, it was like it's almost spooky. But like, from what I understand, like they were kind of like backed into a corner, and they had to basically like sign off on the release of that if they were going to see any money from its release at all. And because it was like, I think it was going to be released no matter what. And so like people act like they intentionally released it, and it's like, no, that's not the case. They were just kind of forced into that, and it's just and what a horrible, violating thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember much. I kind of remember about that time because, like, I just saw like a lot of late night talk show hosts making jokes about it and whatnot. But like, I guess
you see this, you hear about this,
yeah, Pamela Lee, she's taking a pipe. But like, but like, I just did it, and like, I feel bad. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the worst.
Yeah, but, I think I've even seen recently. There's like clips of Pamela Anderson. She's on the Jay Leno Tonight Show not long after that, and she's like, "I have a bone to pick with you." And she like tries to call him out on it, and he's being typical Jay Leno weasel response. Yeah, seriously, fuck that guy forever.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
I do not like Jay Leno. I used to back in the 80s, but no.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say that, like, people who, when he was coming up and he was a comedian, at the laugh at the comedy shop and everything, like, no, he was really good. He was funny.
Loved him when he guest starred on Letterman. Loved him when he was like guest hosting the Tonight Show. After he took over the Tonight Show, and then it all came out, all the backhanded Weasley things he did with both Letterman and Conan, and
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. There was the Late Show book that came out, and which was then that became an HBO like miniseries. Yeah, he just became whack as he got older.
Yeah. It just, and he never takes responsibility for any of the shit he does, and I do not care for him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
eat a dick, Leno. From the SNL nerds.
Could we just isolate that sound clip of just Darren saying "eat a dick, Leno," and then we could play it every time Jay Leno's name happens to come up. Just edit that into the subsequent episodes. Jay Leno, eat a dick, Leno.
Make it so, Frank. Make it happen.
That was just so wonderfully out of nowhere. I loved it. Cosign. Yes, Leno should eat a dick.
No, I'm a man of few words, John.
What else is there to say about this Naked Gun? Like I said, there were some bits where I was like, okay, that feels more like a Family Guy type gag, like when Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson like first come together, and there's sort of a romance montage, kind of like in the first Naked Gun.
Oh, are we talking about the snowman part?
Yeah, with the snowman, and
that was weird.
It felt way more Seth MacFarlane than Zucker Abrams Zucker to me.
I will agree with. So for those that don't know, there's a scene where they fall in love, and they go, and we cut away from that whole crime story to them going away for a weekend in this cottage and in the woods, and we hear "Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now" by Starship, the iconic song. Of course, we all know that song
from Mannequin, or maybe it was Mannequin 2 on the Move. I'm not sure which. It was one of the Mannequin movies.
I think it might have been both.
Probably was both. Yeah.
I wonder if Mannequin has an SNL connection. Well, we can look that up.
You want to watch the movie Mannequin?
Random thought. I don't know. Maybe. No. All right. Are you shutting this down right now?
No, well, I'm not shutting it down. I'm just surprised that you have the urge to revisit the movie Mannequin.
I mean, I just remember really liking it as a kid. In hindsight, I haven't seen it in many years, so maybe as a grown ass adult, it may not hold up as well as
I would put money down that Mannequin does not hold up.
What? Really?
If I had to guess, yeah, I would say probably no.
It had
for Meshach Taylor's character alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. But yeah, anyway, in this scene, yeah, like it's the two of them frolicking in the snow. At one point, Frank teaches Beth how to use a katana blade that they find at some shop, and then they build a snowman. Then they find a book of,
witchcraft.
Yeah. They bring the snowman to life. Then they have a three-way with the snowman.
Right.
Then the two of them want to be intimate, which angers the snowman. So then
the snowman's like watching them jealously from outside.
Yeah. So then the snowman empties out Frank's inhaler because Frank has asthma apparently, and then he's running around chasing Beth with a gun, and then he's about to shoot Frank, but before he can, Beth decapitates him with that katana blade.
Yeah.
So weird, this scene, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of random goofiness, which is what I kind of associate with Family Guy. It's just
it was very Family Guy-ish. But I will say, I mean, the only thing I got a kick out of, so the puppeteer that operated the snowman in that scene, I know them. They're a friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah. It's Lindsay Briggs. I know her because she's married to another friend of mine who I've known for a while, named Chad Williams, and they're both puppeteers. And like they met and they got married. I was at the wedding, and now they live in New York City with 2 kids, and they're doing their puppeteer thing.
And they're professional puppeteers. That's
professional
awesome.
puppeteer. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, hey, that's C. I know her. That's great."
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think she even put up on her Facebook page, like, "Oh, yeah, the cat's out the bag. Yeah, that was me. Here's a picture of me with Liam and Pamela. I operated the snowman."
Cool.
So yeah, so. Look at us, SNL nerds. We know people in the industry.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel a little bad for slagging on that sequence a little bit.
Don't you feel like shit?
I mean, it was technically very well done. I just felt like the style of humor wasn't quite in keeping with Police Squad, Naked Gun type humor.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back and watch the other Naked Gun movies. But I don't remember them going so far off script like they did in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, it just felt way more Seth MacFarlane than Zaz.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I guess we could talk about. So we do find out Richard Kane's big plan is to use the plot device that was stolen in the beginning of this movie to sort of send out these waves out to everybody in the world through their smartphones that would send everybody into this primordial, I guess, state of mind where they just become like super hyper violent and beat each other up.
Yeah. And you've seen the movie Kingsman? It's that.
Yes, it's from the movie Kingsman.
It's the evil plot from Kingsman.
Yeah, exactly. And then exactly. Yeah. And then all the billionaire hide away in their bunkers with food and water and the best live entertainment anybody can buy. Which we'll have Weird Al Yankovic to perform for us. And then they cut to Weird Al Yankovic saying, "Hello, evil billionaire overlords. You'll see me in Bunker C." So that's basically the plot, the Kingsman.
Yeah. Which again, it seemed a little science fictional to me, but the first Naked Gun had a mind control thing too. So yeah, maybe I'm being too critical. I don't know.
Yeah. No, and I see what you mean. It's I guess they had to feel like I had to do something to step it up a little bit.
Yeah, we got the electric car thing and the self-driving car, and it was essentially like a jetpack at the end. It was
a little bit, and then they all
got out there.
It gets out there, but then they're gonna have like little gags here and there to keep it a little bit more grounded. Like at one point, Frank Drebin is at the jazz club. He asks for sparkling water. Somebody hands him a glass of water with a sparkler in it.
Yeah, that was cute. I mean, again, I think it would have been funnier if he didn't react to it at all. Like that was what he wanted, but that was like one of the few times Leslie Nielsen did a few double takes, and he was like, "Oh, this is weird. This is not what I was expecting."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
But that's my thing. I did like how over the top some of the fight scenes went, where like Leslie Nielsen is like literally ripping people's arms off and then beating them with their own arms.
Yeah, but again, it's not gory. Like when he rips them off.
No, it's like cartoon violence.
Yeah, very much so. But it's pretty hilarious, though.
Yeah, it's a bloodless movie. I mean, well, except for I guess the blood that Frank steps in.
Oh, right.
He comes upon the crime scene, and he's like, "Oh, there's something red and sticky on the floor. I'm tracking it all over your apartment." And he sees like a note with like a bloody knife on a kitchen counter, and it's by a note that says "Pick me up," and he like picks it up, and then it's like
all right,
handheld tape recorder, and it says, turn this on, say your name, and say I did it. And he just gets up and does that without even questioning it. So he's framed for murder,
right?
And he's suspended. I liked. I like that they had his boss.
CCH Pounder.
Yeah, who's a character actress. You've seen her in a million and one things. She was great. I liked at one bit she like calls. She gets a call in the middle of the night about Frank's latest shenanigans, and she's like, "I want to see Drebin immediately." And we see her taking the call in her bedroom next to her sleeping husband, and then we cut to Drebin, and it's like still late at night, and then we cut to a wide shot, and he's like in her bedroom with her husband still sleeping next to her, and she's like, "Don't you dare wake up my husband! He's got a big presentation at work tomorrow."
Yeah. Like if he doesn't get his right sleep, then he's going to be looked over, and Keaton's going to get the promotion. And then Frank's
for the third year in a row, yeah.
And then Frank's like, Keaton worked under Ronald. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
he knows about. Yeah. He knows about the whole Beck drama. Is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that was cute. I mean, Liam Neeson is very funny in this. Pamela Anderson is pretty funny in this. Yeah, so it's a decent time at the movies, I think.
I would say so. There's like a lot of good gags in here. Again, like I did like. Again, it's like another gag that they don't call a lot of attention to, but like at the very end, where because they find out that Richard Kane is gonna release the the techno virus at the big UFC fight, and they manage to get that information out of his head of security. And like we look at the UFC fight as being it's at the PonziScheme.com arena, which is like a nice little nod to the actual Crypto.com arena in LA. I was like, oh, that's like a funny little gag right there.
I didn't even get that. I forgot that there was a Crypto.com arena, but
there's
I think it works without even that knowledge, but it's funnier knowing that. Yeah.
Right. And then they show an outside scene of it, and it says like 45 minutes till midnight. Like there's some text at the bottom, and then somebody actually trips over the text. So it's like, you see the text, like, oh, okay, that's pretty hilarious.
Yeah. And I mean, the climax of the movie takes place on New Year's Eve, and they're at the UFC arena. They're they have the ball drop in Times Square on New Year's Eve. Here they have like these two giant balls, and as soon as you see these, they're going to do a dick joke.
Yeah,
I was expecting them to like to like end up next to like some huge cylindrical shaft or something like that, and they didn't do that. They did something different, so I was a little surprised by that. It was more restrained than I was expecting, I guess.
They're trying to be classy, John.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, that's one of the more, I guess, crasser jokes in the film. Like the other one is, we haven't even talked about it, is the dog scene, where we see Beth goes over to Frank's apartment, and then they start talking. I think at one point she looks out the window and it's like, oh, I can never get over this beautiful like landscape. I've always been attracted to it ever since I came out here for college. Frank says, "Oh, UCLA?" And she's like, "Yes, I see it every day. I live here in the city."
Yeah, that was good. And there's a bad guy who's spying on them from outside, and after Drebin closes the curtains, he uses like these heat
vision
binoculars, and he sees like their silhouettes with their heat silhouettes. And they're doing all this stuff that looks very suggestive. It's a very Austin Powers type of gag.
Very Austin Powers, yeah.
Yeah.
And we see Frank's dog comes in, and it looks he's like licking something off of Frank's like turkey baster because they're basting a turkey, but it looks like he's licking his crotch. And there's at one point
it looks like they're having a trio with the dog, basically.
Yeah, basic bestiality.
Yep.
Get it.
Yeah, and the henchman's like, oh, what's going on here? What the? Oh.
I don't like that.
That's not right.
Oh, dear. So it does get kind of... That's as crass as it gets. Like, I mean, if you want to take your kids to it, I think it's fairly...
I think if they're over 12, I think it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a parent. You make your own choices on that sort of thing. Go to one of those parental movie sites. Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to me in general, but don't listen to me about parenting decisions.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Just don't.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I mean, there's like other, silly things that happen in this thing too, like where we get the big scene where Beth and Frank get into a fight. And, I think we learned that Beth kind of knew more about what was actually happening than she let on, and then Frank took that as a way of thinking that she just played along to, just to get closer to him, to get to the case. Like, I thought you really loved me. Like, I can't believe I opened myself up to love again. I wrote a whole song about it the last time too. I even rent the studio space.
Yeah.
Like little things like that, and then they go off on a tangent about the like him lending her his TiVo that has all the episodes of Buffy on it. And him telling her not to plug it into the internet because like then like it could that's something I had no idea about. Like I had that whole TiVo discussion.
I mean, first of all, TiVo is that's going back a ways now. But he's going into like these very specific things about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And he's like mentioning characters by name, like Cordelia Chase and Oz and Xander and all this. And apparently, Liam Neeson had no idea about any of this because he never watched Buffy back in the day. So he was like, "Yeah, I was saying that, and it was like Greek to me."
I believe that.
He says there were references in one scene to some TV show that to me was like ancient Arabic. What the fuck am I saying? and Schaefer was like, don't you know this show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or something like that? But he said they've done it in a screening and it plays and it gets a laugh. So
yeah.
So I love that Liam Neeson had no idea what that was, but he just rolled with it.
I had a feeling, but like I as somebody who loved Buffy back in the day, like I did get a chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
But but I guess I didn't know the rules because I don't think I ever had a TiVo, so I didn't know the rules about it about. You can't plug it into an Ethernet because like then I guess if the shows are old and expired, it like takes away the episode. I don't know.
I guess I don't know. I never had a TiVo. I've had like a DVR, of course, but I never like hooked it up to my internet. So
I don't know.
It was just
Any TiVo aficionados, reach out to us. Let us know.
Yeah, we're very curious now. So.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, there was like another little quick gag I noticed that I didn't notice it until like later. But if you look at the cop car doors, because they're all LA cop cars, instead of to protect and serve, it says to warm and serve.
Yeah,
which
I did read that on the IMDb.
Ooh, okay.
I missed that. Yeah.
That's something else I noticed. Haha.
So, yeah, but I mean, would you recommend the movie?
Yeah, I would. I think it's like a nice, silly, fun movie. I don't know about seeing it in the theater. I mean, if you got time, you got the money to plunk down. Yeah, go see it in the theater. Go nuts.
People are busy, Yeah. I mean,
absolutely. But I mean, I guess we can fast forward to the owl part you mentioned because at this point we see the Frank kind of undoes Richard Kane's whole scheme, and Richard makes a getaway on motorcycles with the rest of the billionaires, and of course, none of the billionaires know how to ride motorcycles,
right?
Because they're billionaires, and
They're billionaires. Billionaires don't know how to really do shit.
They ain't tough like that. But before he leaves, Richard sets off the bomb that turns everybody into a frantic, angry, ape-like state, just fighting.
Angry Kingsman people, yeah.
Angry Kingsman state, and Frank tries to chase him, but the car he's in, it's something wrong with it. So he's like, oh, he's getting away. He sees an owl, and earlier in the movie, and I kind of knew they would come back to this, but earlier in the movie when he's kneeling in front of the picture of his dad, him saying like, Dad, if you're proud of me, let me know. Let me
give me a sign.
Let me see an owl or something.
Yeah.
And of course, at the time when he most needs it, he sees an owl, and the owl is, I guess, the reincarnated spirit of his father, because he's like, Dad, is that you? And then the owl,
the OG Frank Drebin,
yeah. So the spirit of Frank Drebin is inside an owl.
Right.
So Frank rides the owl. He grabs onto its talons, and then the owl flies him over to chase Richard Kane's character. Which, yeah, it's beyond ridiculous.
It's out there, yeah, and again, it felt more like the end of Anchorman than something from a Naked Gun movie, but.
But yeah, like that does sound very Anchormanish now that you mention it.
Mm-hmm. I was like when Baxter comes back and rescues them from the bears.
Yeah.
I was like half expecting them to maybe like use old sound clips of Leslie Nielsen, so like Frank Drebin Senior could offer some words of wisdom, but they just have they all hoot a bit and then they put some subtitles in there.
Gonna AI it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sure if Leslie Nielsen was still with us, they would have worked out something to give him a cameo or even a voice cameo or something. Which
R.I.P.
But
yeah. So then we see the two of them, mano a mano, our hero and our villain. Frank gives a speech about how everything he's doing is wrong, and then it cuts to Dave Bautista dressed in Frank Drebin's clothes.
Yeah.
And the most random of cameos. And then,
it is. I mean, I'm always happy to see Dave Bautista, of course, because I enjoy him quite a bit. But yeah.
And it's just Dave Bautista standing in for Frank while he's in the bathroom for a minute.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and he comes back and he's like, okay, I got it, Dave. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. And then Dave Bautista gets attacked by the angry mob.
Right.
He's like, wait, I'm not even in this movie. No.
Yeah. That was cute.
Yeah, and so then the two men our two males fight off against each other, and it's literally Frank punches him once in the belly, and that's it. Mm-hmm. That's enough to take him down. He's like, ow! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, God! Oh, that really... Oh, I'm going to throw up. Is that normal?
Yeah.
It's like...
Because billionaires are very soft.
Yes. Like pudding.
Yeah. I like that.
Yes. It's like, have you ever even been in a fight before? And he's like, yeah, a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so it turns out, then so Frank arrests Kane, he gets the girdle, and everything works out. It's all, everything A-okay. And, and then it turns out that the chief says that, thanks to Frank Drebin, he stopped the scourge, but we're still going to look into him. He's going to...
Because he broke so many laws.
So many laws.
Yeah.
Many laws.
So Internal Affairs is going to take a very close look at him. And we cut to Frank and Beth at like this Internal Affairs resort. And they're just having the time of their lives there.
Yes. And they clink glasses. Then we get the classic freeze frame like we did in the old Police Squad. But what happens is Beth and Frank are able to move. No one else around them is moving. And
they actually freeze frame the people.
Yeah, and it freaks them out. They're like, wait, what's happening here?
Yeah.
So then it cuts to... then we get a nice little nod to the original, another nod to the OG, where once the credits start rolling, they put the background of the original opening of the Police Squad. So we see like the little Police Squad light going through like the streets and into like a laundromat and all this type of stuff. It's like, I remember
and finally
that.
ends up at a donut shop. Yeah, and that was like drawn directly from the credits of the original. So
yeah, I got a kick out of that. And then as the credits roll, like I said, you see things like on-set dresser, on-set bureau, tool person, tool non-person, just like a nice little bunch of little inside jokes in there. Somebody's Netflix password. And then the whole thing ends with Weird Al Yankovic in the bunker, ready to perform, but none of the billionaires are there.
Yeah.
So, as always, Weird Al Yankovic makes everything better.
Yeah, that's true. If there's a basic rule of entertainment, that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I got a kick out of this movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it may not have been the laugh out loud, bust the gut roller coaster ride I was hoping, but it's still it was an enjoyable afternoon at the movies, I'd say.
Yeah. So yeah, it's entertaining enough. I'd say decent.
Decent.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but yeah, it's worth seeing.
Yeah, for sure. Give it a look, see, folks. See what you think. Are we wrong? Did we miss the mark? Are we just two crazy old men that don't know what they're talking about? Let us know. Hit us
probably, yeah.
Yeah, most likely. It's it is hot, like we said. It's summertime. The heat gets to us. It scrambles our brains. But either way, let us know. Reach out to us, and that's our episode, guys. Thanks for listening, as always, to the podcast. You could reach out to us at SNL Nerds Show. You could donate to our Patreon at Non-Productive.com. And as always, you can hit me up on all the social medias at Darren Credible. That's DARIN Credible.
And you can find me on the social medias at Trumbull Comic. That's TRUMBULL and the word comic. But before we go, I think we did have a response on the Facebook page.
Oh, we did.
From our friend Shari Fesco.
Holy moly!
She did say, she said, excited for this one, have not seen it yet. I know it will be a fun episode, as they all are. Seeing a new episode of your podcast always vastly improves my Monday, as I have it to look forward to on the drive home. Well, thank you, Shari. We appreciate that, and we appreciate your loyalty and your devotion to the pod.
Yeah, wow, that sounds like I don't know, like
we're starting a cult.
Yeah. You were getting a little culty right there. I was like, oh, don't. Yeah. We appreciate your loyalty, your discretion.
Well, I am about to start my mind control scheme. So
never go against the family.
Yeah.
Yes. The mind control scheme begins here now.
No, but Shari is she's somebody who consistently comments and reaches out to us, and we appreciate that. So
yes, we do appreciate you. We appreciate you, Shari. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's our episode. So next one, the big 350. We're
is it going to be big? I don't know. We're kind of debating. Is it going to be big, or is it just going to be another episode? I don't want to create huge expectations.
You know what? You're right. Let's not do that. So
yeah,
the next episode, will it be big? Will it be small? Will it be mediocre? Will it be the biggest thing we've ever done?
Will it be just an episode?
Who knows?
Well, we're kind of leaning towards that last bit now.
Yeah, kind of.
We've tried some things. No, they haven't panned out quite yet, and so we're like, well, maybe we should just do a regular episode. Do we?
Yeah, it's like
have to do a big thing for 350. I don't know.
Yeah, we're treating it like when somebody turns 46. It's like it's not a big deal.
Yeah. It's like Patton Oswalt. You were allowed 20 birthdays.
Right. But I will say we are planning something. Something is in the works, and if we pull this off,
yes,
it will be a big deal. And that's
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It
will.
Greatness can't happen on an exact timeline.
Right.
Good
thing comes to those who wait.
Right.
The waiting is the hardest part.
That's true. That is very true, Tom Petty.
Don't do me like that.
So yeah, look, we give you free entertainment on a weekly basis. So
yeah, the fuck you want from us?
Yeah, get off our backs. Basically.
What the fuck?
I mean, come on. What the hell?
Eat a
what
dick,
the hell, people?
Eat a dick, Jay Leno.
Eat a dick, Jay Leno. Hey, what if next week it's just us insulting Jay Leno for an hour and a half?
Did Jay Leno, was he ever in a movie with an SNL cast member?
Probably. God, you're making me think about Jay Leno's
filmography,
movie career.
Yes.
The only thing I can think of right now is he did that movie with Pat Morita.
I'll look this up.
I don't know.
All right. I mean, we don't have to look into it now. It's more of a theoretical.
Yeah.
But we'll see. If we can find it.
I don't know.
It would be good if he's in a movie with an SNL connection. We could just rag on Jay Leno for like an hour plus.
I mean, we've covered the high points,
All right. Fine.
He's a douchebag,
Yeah.
So, okay. Anyway.
Jay Leno,
history's greatest monster. Yes.
History's greatest monster, yes.
Anyway, so we will see you next week for episode 350. Thank you for listening to this nonsense for so long. Like going on 8 years now. Can you believe it?
Wow.
No, wait. 7 years. 7 years.
Okay. All right.
Because we started this in 2018, right?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, that's it.
It's somewhere in season. What season was that? So 40 something. Anyway, so thank you for listening and supporting, and we'll be back next week with something cool. So, But until then, nerds out.
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.